go.
Are we
There
live?
we
Yay!
are.
We are live.
We are live. Hello, my
So
dear friend. Hello,
excited.
environmental Canadian and
Hello,
Debbie.
hello.
We
I'm
are
trying
so
to see. Okay.
excited. And it's 7 o'clock in Nashville,
Yes.
5 in Portland, and I'm like, it's pitch dark out, and I'm just like so excited to be able to be here with you talking
I
about
know
our
it's
favorite
pitch dark,
subject.
and it would not be alive with Abby if we did not have tornadoes. Okay.
No.
Like it is a thing. Okay. I'm thinking that it's going to pass us over. But it's raining, it's lightning, it's thundering. So let's just pray that I keep, if my screen just goes black, I've lost power.
Okay, I will. It doesn't fail, does it?
It does
But
not fail.
here's the deal. Your safety is more important to me.
I know. I told Chad, and he was like, you're not going to like try to do this in a closet when a tornado is coming again, are you? And I'm like, I just might. But
it's
what
like,
are you going
dude.
to do about it?
So hello.
Hey.
It's Martha Stewart. I love
I
it.
know. I love that.
Okay, so we are going to talk about the series today is going to be about patchouli. And we are so excited about this because I mean, I will even say in the past, I had even said, oh, I hate patchouli. And then I laughed because like half my fragrances even then had it in there.
Mm-hmm. And I've always been the one that like, I mean, give me the plant and rub it on my skin. I love patchouli. Love it. I love straight patchouli. It's always been one of my favorites. And I think it's tied for my favorite note of all time. So
I think, well, that's what I love because I would say I love it mixed in, but I was just telling Mandy ahead of time that one of my college roommates that we laugh about it now. She didn't like to bathe that much and she really liked to put on patchouli. So I have like, it was just a little bit too much for, I have those memories going back. So I do love it mixed in. So I feel like we have a really nice mix of perfumes tonight that are yours are a little bit like, hello, I'm patchouli.
Yeah. Smell me. I'm patchouli. And just as a side note, I do feel like I have to do a disclaimer that I do bathe. That's not why I don't. Not why I love patchouli.
I do think we know that you do, but yes, I love that. And then I do think we should talk about like what patchouli actually, like the note of patchouli, what it smells like. And I think that's what's so unique about it is that, there can be this earthiness. Some people say it's like wet earth or wet, like dirt. And then I find it to have sort of this clean, herbaceous.
Yeah, it can be like fresh.
Yeah,
but then
fresh.
it can also smell like chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like there's so many facets, which is why I think I love it so much because it's such a versatile note. Like it can smell so many different ways.
A little bit of sweetness, I feel like there's like sweet and herby, like, and that's what I even say sometimes when I'm describing perfumes. I'll say this is a little bit more on the earthy patchouli, and this one's more on that clean. Because someone's even told me they've smelled mint in it, like a minty.
Well, look, you want to know what? I was researching. It belongs in the mint family. Did you know that?
That's why.
That is so cool. That's where the kind of herbalness can come from.
I feel like there should be a meme of you putting just rubbing the
patchouli. Look, watch me be like allergic to actual patchouli and I'll be like rubbing it all over me and then break out in hives. No, I'm not, because I've used the patchouli like essential oil. Y'all, I just love it. Love it. Okay, so I'm gonna let you start because I think look at me. I'm gonna let you start. I didn't mean it to sound like that. But I feel like let's ease into it a little bit instead of going straight for the big guns like a lot of mine are.
Okay, good. Okay, well, today I had to bring out one that I just absolutely love. And it's such a beauty. And this is, I actually have to talk about two because they're like a sister thing. I'm already cheating.
There's no rules in this. We make the rules.
This is Lila Bella by
Hmm.
Mimo Paris. And I'm realizing I really love this brand. Like there's a
Uh-huh.
few other ones that I just love, but this one is just, I just
I have
this
a
is,
sample of that, and I meant to try to dig it out, but I couldn't
yeah,
find
I
it.
would love to see what your thoughts are on this
Yeah.
because you definitely smell the patchouli in
Hmm.
here,
I do
but
remember that.
is such a gorgeous soft floral. There's coconut in here, so there's kind of
Ooh.
this creamy coconut, but it's not suntan lotion.
Yeah.
There's coconut in there, so that kind of like the sweetness, like the meat of coconut, I would say.
Yeah.
And then it's got orchid, rose, peony.
Mm.
That's what I think it's got. Mandy doesn't love
Not a
rose,
rose fan.
but I love them, so that's why it's a good mix between
Yep.
here. And then it's got vanilla in here, patchouli, jasmine, labdanum, incense, and tobacco. See, I kind
Okay,
of
so let me
I
ask you
think
this.
you would actually like this. Like I actually,
I love patchouli and tobacco. There's a
yeah,
couple of mine that have
mm,
like that as a combination. But a lot of times patchouli is like on the bottom, right? It's like a
yeah,
base note because it's super
yeah,
strong. It helps like with longevity.
yeah,
But some of the ones that I'm talking about have it like on the top and even the middle. So do you
yeah.
know where it falls in that
I
one?
believe that in this one, it is that going to be in the base. We've got
Okay.
this, it's in the base of this, but it definitely, to me, you can tell that this is a patchouli scent. And I'm going to say this right now. I mean, part of what we were talking about before, my most complimented scents ever that we're sharing here, every single one of these, I would say, are the ones that I get the most compliments on.
Hmm.
So this one is like, compliment getter in a in
Right.
a um bottle because it's just so lovely. This one's going to be more feminine leaning in my eyes.
Hmm.
There's this very soft, creamy floral in here, but the patchouli does, it's in there. It is,
Is
and I
it
would almost say it's a touch on the earthy side, whereas
okay?
I normally like cleaner patchouli in my fragrances, but this one's going to be slightly earthy, which I like because some florals, they needed to be grounded.
Right. Is
Um,
it like a summer perfume with the coconut and stuff, or do you think it's kind of year round?
I feel like it shines actually more right now in this
Okay.
kind of cooler. You could wear it year round, but I do feel like I bought it in the more winter months and I
Hmm.
just was like this cocoon. It
Yeah.
has that cocooning comfort to it, whereas it might be a little bit more, could be slightly
Too
a
much
much.
in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just think of that. But I have to say, it's so good.
I
I
need to,
wish
I'm
you,
gonna find when we get
I
off, I'm gonna
actually
find
have
my
to say, because
sample.
also the rose in here, this is not a real rose dominant scent.
Okay. Okay.
So that's what I would tell you is I actually think this would be Mandy approved.
Okay. Well, yay.
And
Now I'm really gonna dig out that
yeah,
scent.
so we'll do, and then I just gonna say the second, and I'm not trying to, but the sister scent to this, and this was my signature scent for like a really long time.
Hmm.
Okay. This is Byredo Velvet Haze. And oftentimes the reason I'm mentioning them is people will say that these two smell similar.
Okay.
To me, they're sisters. Okay. So if you love Velvet Haze, you're most likely going to love Lila Bella. But I find this one to be a bit more on the feminine, maybe a little bit more sophisticated, whereas Byredo's a little bit more hip and cool. It's got a little bit of that
Yeah.
Byredo.
What's
This
the
one,
longevity though? Because I feel like I don't get a lot of longevity with
the,
Byredo, but the memos that I have tried, I do. So do you feel like
yes. Um,
Lalibela lasts longer?
So on for the Velvet Haze out of the Byredo ones,
Hmm.
this one's gonna be, it's gonna stick with you. It's
Okay.
gonna stay on your clothes. It's gonna stay on you. Other ones that I have from Byredo, not long
Right.
lasting, which I like them, but like Ball de Freak, what's the Gypsy
Gypsy
Water,
water. Yep.
Mojave Ghost, is that,
Yep.
yeah. All of those, I love them, but I would say, yeah, not, but this one has it, but this one has coconut water
Okay. So it's not as
ambrette.
prominent as
Yeah,
the
ambrette, which is
okay.
going to have a little bit of cleanness to
Yep.
it. This one has a little bit of earthy patchouli in here. But this one, I like literally like anytime I wear it, I get a compliment.
I love those. I
You
love
know,
those
like
so
this
much.
is one, and it just is, but it's got a little bit of musk in here. It just is one of the, again, like the cocooning. So I
Yeah.
wanted to mention them because these two often will kind of be compared to each other, but I feel like this one's a little bit more hip, edgy, cool. This one's more feminine, sophisticated.
Okay.
Look, my wife, I started out with a twofer.
You twofer. Well, I'm going to start out with the most polarizing one.
Oh,
Shall
oh,
I?
good, good. I can't wait because this one, you've got me definitely intrigued.
Okay. So this is not going to be new to anybody. So I'm not going to, if you have watched any of my fragrance videos, I'm not going to stay long on this. But it truly is, I feel like out of all of the ones that I have, the one that you can't just like.
No.
Okay. You either loved it or you really don't like it. So I do not suggest that anybody go out and buy this without sampling it. I really don't suggest doing that with any of these, but especially this one. Look at Olaf. He's so
Sorry, we
sweet.
got a little bit of we both have dogs in our background.
I know.
Mine's already
I know.
acting up.
Okay, this is Patchouli Magnetic from
Yes, I'm
Maison
so
Cavelli.
intrigued.
It's my favorite. And it's one of those ones where I sampled it and I was like, yep, full bottle. It's an extrait. If you put more than 2 sprays of this on, you are going to blow people out of the water and they are going to run away from you. I'm just going to tell you that right now. But if you put 2 sprays on, even though this has not the greatest reviews on Fragrantica, I still have had a lot of people after I talk about it that have gone and sampled it. Some don't like it. More of them have reached out to me and told me they bought it because they liked it so much. And regardless, this out of all the ones I'm going to talk about, every single time I wear it, someone stops me and asks me what I'm wearing. Every single time. This is more of a
that's the power of patchouli.
It really is. This is more of like a tropical. So the kind of story behind it is it's supposed to simulate a motorcycle ride through a patchouli field during a tropical storm. I don't know if you can get more like precise as that, but that's what this is supposed to. And I get it because it has peach in it, and the peach makes it fruity and a little sweet, but it also lends it more to be like tropical. And then it also has, oh my goodness, oh, so good. It's got the patchouli. Oh my goodness, it's so good. But it is.
You think I'm gonna like it because you have me on the fruity.
It is fruity. I feel like it's fruity because I mostly get patchouli and peach. But it has a little bit of a coldness to it.
Okay.
So it's weird because the peach lends it to kind of smell like a more tropical patchouli, which you would think is warm. Yeah. But then it also has a coldness. So it's a very like oxymoron scent, which I think is why I love it so much.
That's how the ombre chromatique is too.
It's these extracts. It's like you get both sides, and oh my goodness. And it lasts all day long. It is obviously patchouli forward. It has it in the name. Just you got to sample it. If you like patchouli, sample it. I'm not promising you're gonna love it. Some of y'all may hate
loving it. KG's here. She loves it. Wait, this is one she said it's a gardenia balm.
Okay. Or so I don't get that much gardenia in it.
Okay.
But I think that's great. I just like that you love it. That makes me so happy.
This is so exciting. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now you're really making me intrigued because I was that ombre one that I have.
Yes.
I've had that same. It had like icy in winter.
It is.
Like, I like the contrast because I tend to gravitate towards more warm fragrances. But yeah. I loved that little icy snow.
It's got that little icy bit to it, and it's like you kind of are confused. You're like, what am I supposed to smell? I don't know. It just smells really good. Like it just smells really good. And I have well over 100 full bottles, and I have yet to find one I love as much as this.
Is this top 5? That one's top 5.
It's number 1.
Whoa. Okay.
It's number 1.
Well, yeah. I'm thinking that's a yes.
It's number 1. But again, it's so like it's not a
No,
mass appealing scent at
yeah,
all.
but that's like fun because that's what I'm
Which I
saying.
like, because not everybody's going to smell like that, right?
Mm-mm.
I don't want to wear. That's one of the reasons I don't really love Baccarat Rouge anymore. It's because everybody smells like Baccarat Rouge. I don't want to smell like everybody else. I want
Yeah.
people to stop me and be like, "What are you wearing?" Oh, well, you may not have ever heard of this, but that's. I don't want to be like Baccarat Rouge. No
Um,
offense if any of y'all wear Baccarat Rouge. It's a gorgeous
no,
scent.
no, no. And I think
It's
also
just
I've smelled perfume where it's on me and my friend. It's the same exact one, but it totally smells different. Like, everybody's chemistry is going to make perfume slightly different.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Okay, yes, we're getting a lot of, I love it. We've got some good patchouli
Yay.
lovers here. And yep, Green Dior is part of our
You can go ahead and talk about that one if you want to, since we had a comment about it.
Uh-oh. The first time we've ever gotten some don't worry, there's some
Oh, yikes.
don't worry, I'm getting it.
Okay. You're on
There's
top of
always
it.
a little fun. Okay, also KG is also saying she sprayed on a blotter and that came home and the room is still scented like it.
Okay. I have to say really, really quick.
Yes.
I heard someone on a podcast that also loves this one. I heard that she mixed it with Iris Malakon.
Yes.
Y'all, I tried it yesterday. Ooh. If you like Patchouli Magnetic and you have this, even if it's a sample, put them together. It is I would never have thought to combine them because I'm not big on layering. I just feel like I want to really get one fragrance the most out of it. But that together was divine. Okay, sorry, that was off topic, but
no, I love it. And then I just realized, hello, I've got the sample set.
Yes. Oh
is it
goodness.
included in there? Okay,
Yay.
I know I can do this on the side, but now that you guys have got me like really intrigued by that one, because we actually like some similar, but then we're like I'm more floral, rose and stuff, but we have some that we're just like spot on. We love together, so I think it's a nice contrast. Okay, I don't know if I actually I guess I did include it, but when I was thinking of rose and patchouli, which is a common mixture of fragrances, like one of my ultimate favorite, Gris Dior, is a beauty. I think I might have put this as like if we were doing extras.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have said
a little bit
I
of
know you had mentioned it.
It's got a little bit of oak moss in here. So to me, this is like this is Parisian chic. It's perfect for where I live. It's like Portland, rainy, and it just totally shines in this environment. And it just is another one. Again, I find that patchouli is very cocooning and it has this, it can be very calming. And this one feels like that to me. And it feels kind of like it's an everyday scent. And the rose in here, like, again, this is one I'd want you to smell because it's not super rose dominant.
Okay.
Like it's rose patchouli, but I literally think that you might be not that you have to like it, but
Okay, since that one was kind of an extra, how about we do our piggyback off each other and talk about the ones that smell almost identical?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Okay, so I remember I got a sample. I had a friend send me a sample of the Henry Rose Dark as Night. And I sprayed it and I'm like, oh, this is fabulous. And I wore it for like the next 3 days. And then by like the third morning that I had it on, I'm like, I know why I love this so much, because it smells exactly like one of my top 5 perfumes, like on my skin. Exactly. I don't know why it took me so long to figure it out. I think I was trying to convince myself I wanted a new perfume.
Right.
So,
right.
But
you're like, I can rationalize.
I can justify anything when it comes to perfume. But it to me smells just like my beloved Givenchy L'Entrée Rouge.
Yeah.
Okay, so she has the Dark as Night and I have the Givenchy.
Which I love. I love that one as well. And I've had a bottle in the past. And so it was funny because then I was saying at the sale, I was like, oh, should I get that again? And we were like, I was like, no.
Yeah, no, because it's really so identical. So if you have one of these, you definitely don't need the other. But if you don't have either one of these, I would suggest smelling one at least, because I have a hard time describing what this smells like because I've talked about it a lot. It's got tuberose in it because it's L'Entrée d'Eat, and I feel like that's the note of that line. But I don't smell the tuberose. I mean, I do, but it's not dominant.
Yes.
It's got ginger. It has blood orange. It's got patchouli.
Vanilla.
This is the one. I think one of the.
Yeah, because this one is a vanilla. This one has.
This has vanilla in it too. And out of all the ones I'm going to talk about, this is the least patchouli dominant. So if you don't like patchouli, I would suggest starting with this.
That's your beginner patchouli.
This is the intro into wanting to smother the plant all over you, patchouli. Like, this is your intro.
Oh, and I love it because this is so cute because Elizabeth Martin, she had popped on. I think you were on the last one, but she was saying the Krigler Lovely Patchouli 55 and Lovely Patchouli 55 Night, which I have samples of. They were, and this
now I've got to get
super. This, you know what, this is what Jackie Kennedy wore. Like,
yeah. I remember us talking about that.
And it's like super expensive, but she's right. They're like completely amazing. I ordered the samples. I have. I was like. She's like, so I have not like gone there for a full bottle yet, but I do have to say, like, absolutely stunning. So I'm glad you brought that up because
now we're
going all over the map here. Because this is one, Mandy, I think that this is going to be in your wheelhouse.
Is it like major patchouli?
Yeah, it's going to be also, but Christmas time.
Well, okay, so I just feel like these smell very, very similar and just very, very good. It's a little bit on the sweeter side, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely not gourmand, but
I kind of think of this as my little sexy, sensual, just no-brainer scent, vanilla patchouli.
Yeah.
And this is again like immediate, like, compliment getter. I swear patchouli is the key. Didn't you find that to be that one?
For sure on this. And out of all of my designer scents,
so
like all of the Givenchy's, the Tom Fords, the, all the other ones, YSLs and everything. This one lasts the longest on my skin. I get 12 to 14 hours when I wear this. I don't have many perfumes I can say that about, period, much less a designer. So, and it's just, the trail is beautiful. The scent is beautiful. Everybody in my family loves it, which is not the case for most of my perfumes.
That's always validation. Mandy and I, like, if the hubby likes it or the family likes it,
if he likes it, I mean, I want to get like 2 bottles because he doesn't like anything.
And this is also the Henry Rose is clean, no alcohol in here. But I have to say, I found the longevity of this to be like, I don't know if it's as long as the Givenchy one, but
it wasn't on my skin, but it also wasn't like abysmal. Like, it still lasted a good amount of time.
Because that's kind of the gripe with clean or
no, for that kind of scent, I definitely think it lasts a good amount of time.
So Elizabeth's telling us that it's worth the investment for us to.
I saw that, but I don't need much convincing, Elizabeth. Like, I wish I did. My wallet wishes I did, but when it comes to scents that my nose just adores, I can find.
Because you're gonna wear it then. That's what I mean. Yeah,
that's right. All right, whose turn is it?
You can go, sweetie.
Okay.
I think we've been bouncing back and forth.
Okay, let's do this one. This one I have just a sample of, but I have purchased the full-size bottle during a Black Friday sale. It just hasn't gotten to me yet. So, but I had to talk about it because it was another one of those ones that, like, you spray it and I just had to have it. Like, it wasn't even I'm going to wait to see how long it lasts, and I don't do that with many. The Patchouli Magnetic, and this is one of them. This is from Perfume Roma, which I love their scents. They, as a house, are more oil-based. So they're one of the few that is intended to rub together. So, like, when you put these on, they say to actually rub it together and help those oils kind of burst and the scent kind of permeate everything. And this is simply patchouli.
Yeah.
Isn't that fabulous? And it is simply patchouli. Now it has, I wrote down, it's got patchouli, amber, sandalwood, and incense. If you don't like patchouli, this is not one I suggest. This is one for someone that absolutely loves everything about the note patchouli.
Somebody who wants to rub the leaves
Somebody who wants to rub the plant all over them. It is beautiful. I have decants from this house. I have samples from this house. I really, really like this house in general, but this is the first non-travel spray full bottle that I have purchased.
Yeah.
That's how much
And
I like it.
I was going to say the beauty of that brand, because I went and smelled that one as well, which I did really like that one, but they didn't have the smaller one. I could only buy the Big Mama, which was more of an investment.
Oh yeah.
But you can buy the travel size.
Mils.
And it's
18
really
mil travel
nice.
sizes.
I feel like that's a really good value for
It is.
a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. This one, I bought the big one.
Yes. Well, that one you needed.
I love it so much. This one I wrote down. It is dirty. It is earthy. It's thick.
Yes.
It's natural. It's woody, and it's a little bit sweet. That's what I smell when I wear this.
The color of the perfume is,
it's
dark, amber, like dark, like it matches exactly what you're saying about the bottle.
So it is, hey, Aaron, I'm just looking at the comments. It is, oh, look, Aaron's the one that sent me this sample. Thank you, Aaron, for being my enabler in perfume. This is like down and dirty patchouli.
Yeah.
In the best way.
And for someone, I consider myself like not totally on Mandy's camp over there, but I really enjoyed that one. I would have bought a travel. I'm not going to buy the Big Mama.
Right. Yeah. You can only have to be as crazy about patchouli as me to buy the Big Mama, but it is, and you don't need much of it.
Those bottles are huge. I mean,
they're 18 mils. I have Cereso in that size. The good thing about this too is that the more I wear it, like the longer it's on my skin. Oh yeah, that's that size.
And it comes with mine also came, this isn't the scent, but it comes with a little travel that
you can pour it in.
So I mean, I feel like you get a lot, even though it's expensive, you get a lot of bang for your buck.
And there's just something about that, and the longer I wear it on my skin, the almost sweeter it gets.
Yeah,
like it develops on the skin chemistry. It's divine.
And then for those of you that love rose and patchouli, oh gosh, I don't know the first name. It's Penaseri. It's from that same, I almost included it because I have a travel.
It's from Perfume Aroma?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a travel, and it's the classic rose patchouli, most gorgeous one out there. I love it, and I have the travel of that.
Yeah. I suggest this house, like if y'all have not entered into checking this house out, I really suggest it, because
this would be a good theme.
Gorgeous scents. Yeah.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
There's so many that I love. And then that would give us a reason to buy travel.
Again, don't need much justification.
Okay. I love that. And I love
what's your next one?
Okay. I'm going to go with a classic. Okay. So you guys, this is again, compliment getter, but this is Portrait of a Lady. Speaking of rose patchouli scents. Now, I think I have several samples of the perfume itself, but this is one that I like to wear, the body oil. And I absolutely love the hair mist is my favorite because the perfume itself has a kind of strong clove note that sometimes can kind of turn on me. But in the mist is like perfection. The body oil. So this is something where, say there's a day that you don't necessarily, you want to smell good. You've come out of the shower, but you want maybe more of a light layer of this kind of, it's like the most compliment getter thing I've ever put on. Like I was in London and I went over to get this just smell it. And the guy sprayed like 50 sprays on my hair, which absorbs.
Yep.
So I was walking down the street and I literally had two people ask me like, "Whoa, you smell really good." And then the person asked me what I'm wearing, but I was kind of like, "Well, yeah, the guy put like 50 sprays on my hair." Um, like they were very generous. This was like,
right.
But I have to say, the hair mist is my absolute favorite. It just is so good. Yes. Okay. So that's what I was saying is the portrait of a lady to me always kind of turns sour. Yes. It turned sour on me. There's something that my body didn't like. It's also smelled a little bit more mature, but the hair mist and also the body oil is going to give you that. It smells so, it really does. It's got cinnamon in it. It's got rose. It's got that. It's patchouli.
So that's what I was wondering, because I'm not a fan of the EDP.
Yes.
And I think it's the rose in it that doesn't work with me. Is the rose super dominant in the hair mist?
No, that's what I was saying. Like this one has the clean patchouli.
Okay.
This is like the rose. I mean, the mist on the hair. I think the reason I was like, okay, maybe I do like this scent because I was actually looking at lipstick rose and other, Albert Musk.
Musk Ravageur.
Yeah, like I was not in that, but I was like, oh, let me try the hair mist. And then little did I know I was really going to try it. But I actually went back and bought it because it had this like clean patchouli note. It didn't have, it wasn't super dominant on the rose and it took out that clove. And so that's what I would say is like, this is my ultimate favorite when you just want that fresh, like, we're getting we're getting a few of these. Oh my goodness. Block them.
I think that means we've arrived.
I feel like, we got some mega, okay. But anyways, okay. So that's one kind of a classic. Everybody talks about it, but it's one of those that I just, I felt like I should like it, but I didn't. And it wasn't until I tried the body products and I don't actually own the perfume.
Okay.
So
yes.
Come over and I'm
Herrera's Nightfall Patchouli. I love. Someone's asking if I've ever smelled that. If you've ever smelled that, I love that one. I've only had a sample, but it's on my want list.
And I love that brand.
Oh, I do too.
You can order it from Harrods, and I've got a couple special ones. So yes. Okay, you go ahead.
Which one do I want to do next? I think I'm going to do this. Is I think like the most affordable one out of my collection, but oh, it's so good. Okay, this is from Lush.
Yes.
And this is called Lord of Misrule perfume. And this is just the 1 fluid ounce, which honestly, you don't need much more than that because this is simply patchouli, pepper, and vanilla. And when you look at Lush is another kind of like quote unquote clean brand. Yeah. And when you look at the ingredients, like one of the very first ingredients is patchouli oil. So like you're getting the patchouli. This is a heavily patchouli scent, but there's something so pretty about this. To me, it invokes the feeling of holidays. And I don't know if it's because I thought of that or if it's because every single time I wear this and my youngest daughter hugs me, she tells me I smell like Christmas. Aww. Every single time. And so I don't know if that may have like made my opinion sway that way, but it's just nice. It's a little bit spicy because of that pepper.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a spicy patchouli. Let me see what I wrote down about it. If anything, nothing, just that I love it. It's patchouli, vanilla, and pepper, but it does lean like a little more on the spicier side. It's definitely not sweet, but it is a comforting patchouli. If patchouli can be comforting, it is in this scent.
And does this have sort of like when you're thinking Christmas or like holiday, does it have like kind of that pine, like more herbaceous, would you say?
It is more herbaceous. It's not like holiday baking or anything like that. It's not like that. I think it is just the more herbaceous, but then it's got the spice, the pepper. So maybe, it comes in with just the spices that you kind of think of with the Christmas time and the holidays. I don't know what it is, but it's so good. And I told Abby, I don't love going into the Lush stores. It really kind of knocks me down. And I'm not big on going into stores in general. I get fairly overwhelmed. I like to online shop. But I was smelling all of them the last time I was in Lush, one of the few times I've been in there. And this was the only one that I'm like, yep, gonna have it, gonna buy it right now. They've got other good ones, but this one definitely left an impression, which is, if you can tell, if it's got patchouli dominant and I smell it, it's gonna be one of those, yep, gotta have it, gonna buy it.
Yeah, but I do have to say, I think, because it's true, there's certain ones that you smell, and we have a lot of things that then you're like, I love, like, or you'll be like, it's a like, I'm gonna revisit.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my like to buy list maybe, and when I get around to it, if there's a sale or something. But this one was an immediate love for me, and I just think it holds a special place for me because my youngest loves it so much, and she loves it every time I wear it, and she always comments about it, and it's just it's pretty. It's a comforting patchouli.
I love that. Oh, that makes me happy.
All right, okay. What's your next one?
I have a good one. Okay. And this is a favorite. This one is going to be, it's very addictive, or it's addictive to me. This is from Ex Nihilo.
Yes.
And this is Sweet Morphine.
Sweet Morphine.
Now, this is going to be more on the clean patchouli spectrum. And I say this in a good way, but it smells like the most delicious, like, shampoo. So this is going to be one of these where you come out of the shower and it's going to give you that sort of fresh, clean kind of smell, but it has lilac and iris in here.
Ooh.
And
I have like a sample of that somewhere.
And then it has a little bit of woods and a little touch of vanilla in here, but there's something that really is like so addictive. And I know, because I do like, those shampoo notes kind of, I do like those. Some people are like, I could just go buy a bar of soap and this and that, but
but it's not the same.
Right. This is going to say a fancy bottle of shampoo.
Right. And it's going to last a lot longer.
Yeah. And it's lilac and iris. And it is just like, when you wear this, it's powdery. It has like a powdery dry down to it. But it is, there's something so addictive. And I think it might be that kind of patchouli that's on that clean side that I just love, because that's what I always feel like. We have some of those darker ones, but this one, we're getting a little more, we've really arrived. We've got some mega.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to, but I'm a huge fan of this Ex Nihilo. I have a bunch of their fragrances, but I have to say, this is probably, online, it's going to look like it's like pink, which is like one of my favorite colors.
It does look like that online,
but it isn't. So when it came, I was like, oh, is it turned? I was all upset because I love pink. And KG, I actually think that we have often things that we are similarly like. This one, I think you might love it.
I love iris. So.
It's so, you love iris and lilac. I think that's probably the shampoo part of it too. But I feel like on your floral spectrum, those are ones I think you might actually, it's patchouli, but it's going to have that little touch of shampoo note to it. And it's so addictive. So I love it.
I've got to try that. I know I have a sample of it somewhere. I just got to dig it out.
Good. Okay. Well, no samples. Yeah. We have to, afterwards, we'll have to like, I was like, I got to get this.
I've got to find a better way. I need to like put bins and do my samples in alphabetical order. I'm not kidding, because I have so many of them. And when I want to find one, I can't find it.
Well, and then have you learned how to, because I'm happy to share with people and give, it's easier for me just to give somebody a bottle for a little bit to share, because, trying to squeeze it, but it's then the label. Anyways, if we can find a good way, I'd happy to do giveaways where, we do samples and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what to pick next. I think I'm going to go with this one because it is also, in my opinion, one that you need to smell.
Yes.
One that has a dominant fruit note with the patchouli, and one that is going to be for people that may still be questioning patchouli. Like, it's a safe one. Okay. It's not like in your face. This is from a house called Inuit Nomad.
Yes.
And this is, I bought, what I did was I bought a full size bottle of another scent, and then I got this, I think it's a 10 mil um in, yeah, I think so, in Amber Kandahar, I think is how you
Ooh.
pronounce
Oh,
this.
this is the one I was when she sent over her list, and then I was
Yeah.
like, well, let me see.
Yes. So this one is plum. Okay. That's the
Oh,
fruit that's in this. It's very plum heavy. It is very, very, very similar to a discontinued love of mine from Terry Gunsberg,
oh,
by Terry.
yeah.
What's it called? It's called Delecti. Let me see. I think I
Oh,
wrote it down. Smells like Delectation Splendide. Have you
I
ever
feel
smelled that?
I feel like, okay,
It's
what
like blue.
is
It's
it? Oh,
blue
is it
juice.
blue? Okay, I was gonna say, is it that deep? There's like that
No,
pretty
that's
deep.
ombre. I have that one in
Okay.
the full size. I only have the decant in the
Ooh,
Delectation Splendide, and I love it. But I don't use it as much because it's discontinued. I don't want to use it up. But when I smelled this, I kept when I was wearing it, and I'm like, what is this similar to? It's not a dupe, but it is very similar because they both share plum and patchouli.
yes.
And
Yeah.
that is what I feel like really stands out in this. So if you're a plum lover, it's a very syrupy, which I feel like a lot of plums.
That's I was gonna ask because you know how plums can have a little tartness
Yeah,
sometimes,
it's
like if
not,
they're not, so this is more of a ripe
it's
plum.
more of a like, yes, a ripe, sweet, syrupy plum that's got that patchouli in the base. It also has labdanum, it's got vanilla, it has benzoin, it also has
Yeah.
orris. So it's got a little bit of that powdery, but it's way, way, way in the background.
This one
I,
sounds right up
I
my
really
alley.
get plum and patchouli the most, but it is not an offensive patchouli. It's not one that people are gonna be like, oh my goodness, you've got patchouli oil on, right? It's like it's a safe patchouli. It's just they work really, really good together.
Yeah.
And I know you're on a fruity kick right now, and
I
this definitely gets, it tickles that itch, okay, with the
I
fruity.
know, I don't know, I've been laughing because 'cause I've been on this, like, fruity floral kick lately, whereas, like, I swear a year ago, like,
Yeah.
I
It
you know,
this
and
is this is really, 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 really pretty. Like really pretty. And if anybody watching has ever smelled that delectation, I can't say it. Okay.
yeah, but I know what you're talking about. I wish
Delectation Splendide. Yes. It's very, very similar and it's not discontinued. So if you love that one and you can't get your hands on it because it's you can't even find it on the gray market. Like it is gone.
it's gone.
Then this is a great alternative. And if you haven't smelled that one, it's still a great one to try. And I love that they offer them like on their website. You
Yes.
can get a 5 mil, you can get this size, you can get a full size, you can get a 2 mil sample. Like
Okay,
there's
so
so many options.
that's
They have Suma Oriental is also really good. Harding's de Mitzvah. And then they have one called like Memory Maker Hotel or something, which I really, really like. I'm going to get that next, I think. But it's a really
I
good
think
house. It's not talked about enough. I like it.
yeah, I love that. And then, we're getting asked about Bottega Veneta, and yes, I've gone through a whole bottle before. What about you?
I
Have you
have never smelled Bottega Veneta.
And it's so funny because I would think that would be
I know.
for
And
designer, like in a I'm saying I would put that up with the Givenchy.
yeah, yeah, which means that I'm probably gonna. I mean, I don't even know. It's still readily available, right?
Yeah,
Like
no, no,
I'm
no.
wondering
You
if
can,
Ulta
and
has
I
it.
love the bottle. Like I just like it's very chic.
Okay. Well,
It's
I'm
a
gonna
really
see if does anybody watching know if Ulta has it because I have a 20% off and I have points. So I'll go order it tonight.
yeah.
If
I feel like that was one that you would I you love patchouli.
oh yeah.
I'm kind of surprised.
I am very surprised because I hear it talked about a lot, but I don't know why I haven't smelled it, but I will
And
I
then
will rectify that. I promise.
Zerjoff, you're right, Ivory
Yes, I
Route,
love
and
ivory root.
yeah, that one root, yeah, that is really beautiful. The vanilla, patchouli.
Mm-hmm.
I love like the little categories too.
Yes.
Or there's definitely okay, so now that we're talking about patchoulis,
Yes. Are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
talk
do
about?
this one
Oh yes.
from Goutal.
Yes.
Yes. Tenue de soirée. Is that
Yes.
how you would say it?
Oh, it's so
Um,
pretty.
and this one is, there is this little bit of sparkliness at the
Hmm.
top. Would you believe there's like a little effervescence one in
Yep.
this? But this is a true fruity patchouli in my eyes. Like, would you just, it kind of feels young to me, but
It is. It's a little syrupy too. Like
it's
it's
a
a
little sweet. It's a little
yeah.
bit, like to me, it's, but there's something about it that I think is kind of elevated,
It
like
is.
in the realm of the fruity patchoulis. This one has, there's
Yep.
just this little bit of effervescence or sparkliness that it makes me feel young, but not young,
It's
like,
not
ooh,
like
I'm
you're
wearing,
trying to be, yeah,
no,
young.
no,
I think out of all of those bottles, like I have 5 of those like fluff ball bottles. I think this one's my favorite.
oh,
Really. I
yeah,
love the
actually, you know what?
Nuit at Confidence or whatever, but I still think this one's my favorite.
I think we did these together, didn't we? We had them together or not? I remember this was your favorite, I thought, because of
Yeah,
course
out of
it
all of
was,
them,
because it's the most,
Patchouli dominant.
yeah,
Yeah.
we know what you like, lady.
I know. It's very, very pretty. It is
Um,
very pretty.
but these are, I also have to say, I feel like this house is stunning, and
Yes.
I really enjoy not just looking at them, but I do think this is a good gift too. I feel
And
like
I
these are
think you
very,
can, somebody's asking where you can get a sample of it. I'm pretty sure Twisted Lily has samples of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that one you can get. You know how sometimes there's certain perfumes that don't. I'm almost
I
positive.
think you can.
I'm positive you can get, because I got samples
Yeah.
first from
Yeah.
them. So
It's
yes.
really good. Very, very good.
Ooh, see, we're just getting all these other. So you need to order Bottega Veneta
I'm going
tonight.
to. Hopefully Ulta has it. I'm gonna find this. That's gonna be
Okay,
my
can't
next
wait
patchouli.
for your next
Okay.
one.
So my next one is my scent of the day today. And I don't, it wasn't last, it was the cardamom video where I talked about a scent from this house. And this is
Mhm.
an indie house,
Yes.
and it is become one of my favorites. I have lots and lots of samples. I have 2 full-size bottles. This is another one that my friend Erin sent me a sample of, and I immediately was like, yep, getting the full bottle. It was sold out at the time, but they restocked it. This is from Solstice Scents, which I
Yeah,
talked about. The rose cardamom sugar, I think, is the
that
other one
was
that
the
I have.
one.
Yes, and this is called Jack and the Devil. And I always want to say Jack and the Beanstalk, but it's Jack and the Devil. And it's part of their fall collection, and rightly so, because it is a true fall perfume. It
It's
is
a
a stunner. It has pumpkin as a
Oh,
note.
this is the one. That's what I can,
Yes.
yeah. This is the
Okay.
pumpkin.
I do not have another scent in my collection that has pumpkin in it. This is not
No,
like it's not a sweet pumpkin pie pumpkin.
that's what I was just gonna
No,
ask you. I was like, and also pumpkin's such a unique note. Like
it
that, I
is.
rarely,
This is like I am carving a pumpkin for Halloween.
so it's a little
It's fresh.
vegetable.
Yeah, it's like a fresh pumpkin, not
Okay.
cooked, it's just like a freshly carved pumpkin to my nose. And it's got patchouli, it's got amber, it has spices and tobacco. It is heavy on the spices. If you don't like spices, I probably wouldn't try this. But
Uh,
it's got oak. This one also has oak moss in it, which I know you mentioned in another one of yours.
and I do have to
And
say one thing. I feel like oak moss adds a little vintage. Like some people
it
don't like
does
oak
a little
moss.
bit, yeah.
Just a teeny bit of vintage feel.
Yeah, it does. And this is very long lasting, but it evokes fall for me. I really don't know if I'm going to even wear it in the winter or the spring. I mean, I feel like the solid 3 months of fall is when I'm
Is
going to get the most use out of this.
okay.
Because to me, it is specific for a season. And I don't say that for all of my scents, but
Like, are you
this,
gonna put that on Halloween each year? This is gonna
it's
be,
a perfect Halloween scent. It's a perfect Thanksgiving scent. It is
yes,
just when the leaves are turning, this is going to be on me. Like
and
that.
and you
That's the kind of scent it is.
and
It's
it's
got a
not
little bit of
super
a,
sweet. Like, there's not,
no,
when you're saying, so this is not okay, because this
no,
is
it
good
is
because
not
you're really
sweet. It is
giving a good description of
entirely
it.
unisex, in my opinion. Like I would
Yeah,
love for Chad to wear this. The tobacco helps like cut it a little bit. No, it is not. I would never classify this as sweet to my nose. This
yeah.
is It's really hard to describe, but Solstice Scents does really good with samples.
Yeah.
So you can go on there and spend a very small amount of money and get samples of a ton of their scents. And there are a literal ton of
I think
options.
that's what happened is I went after our last one, but I get easily overwhelmed when there's like,
It can
because
be a
well,
little
because there
overwhelming.
was like, this is good. Like,
I know
like,
all of them. You want all of them.
yeah,
Like, and so I had to take it when I first got samples. I had to take it in like segments. So like I would go from like A to E,
yeah,
and then I would leave my computer and I'd do something else. I'd come back and I'd write down the ones that I wanted. And ended up getting like 15 samples that first time. And the rose cardamom sugar was the one that stood out to me the most. But there's so
yeah.
many. The violet mallow is
Ooh.
so good. So good. Nightgown is another favorite of mine. That's a tuberose one, but it's like a dark tuberose to me. It's
Like how I'm taking notes over
very,
here.
I know. Like, I highly recommend this house because they are good quality. They last a long time. And this bottle, which I don't know how big it is. Yeah, it's 60 mils. So it's 2 ounces is $80.
Yeah, that's but
So,
we love that. And
yes.
that sounds like super interesting too.
It is. It is. It's definitely scent you're not going to find anywhere else.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
pumpkin. No, I don't. That's not a common note, and I'm intrigued.
Yes, definitely get your nose on that one. It's beautiful.
Okay. Are you ready to do a both of us?
A twofer? Yeah.
A two. Okay. So both of us, we could not, like, this was on both of our lists. And like, to me as a patchouli, like, not, this is like patchouli, like I'm in love with it. This made me love patchouli. This is L'Exclusive from Chanel. This is Coromandel.
This is the I have got it together. Don't mess with me, patchouli. Because
I mean,
that's just what it is. It is.
let's put there's a little bit of white chocolate in here, you guys. And this one is, I don't know about you, but this is every time I wear it, compliment.
All the time. And you know what I will say? This to me does not have the traditional Chanel DNA in it.
Yes.
I mean, no. So if you're someone that does not like, if you smell like number 5 and number 19 and 1957 and all these like Chanel, it doesn't have that. I like that DNA. I love aldehydes and stuff, but it doesn't, it's very different from that in my opinion.
This is masterpiece. Yeah. I would say masterpiece, warm, amber.
Yes. Benzoin.
Benzoin.
It's got incense in it. It has like oranges on the top. Yeah. And it's got some neroli in it too. So it has a little bit of citrus, but it's not overwhelming because I don't like an overwhelming citrus.
And it's perfectly unisex. Like it smells amazing. Like it smells so good. But I also have to say, I feel like, again, this is one that's going to smell different on, it smells different on my husband than it does on me. But both of us smells amazing.
You know what's funny is that I was at a pop-up, the Chanel pop-up in Austin. And that's where I got this. Actually, a friend of mine got this for me as a gift from that pop-up. And
she's a great little friend.
Yeah, she's a great little friend. And I didn't have time to do the scent experience, but when we were checking out, they were like, the person checking out was not from Austin. And I guess she was from New York because she said, man, what is it about all you people from Austin loving Coromandel? Nobody wears Coromandel in New York. And I'm like, well, I'm from Nashville, not Austin. And I said, I love me some Coromandel. But apparently a lot of people in Austin do too. And nobody in New York does, which I thought was a cute little tidbit. But it's absolutely beautiful.
This is, I would say, stunning. Masterpiece like this, and it's also addictive. Like this is one where you put it on and you're like,
you just want to keep smelling it. It's so addictive that like when I wear this, I tend to wear it like 2, 3, 4 days in a row, which is really unheard of for me.
Yes.
Because I like to change it up so much, but that's how addictive this is, that I just want to keep wearing it because it just smells so good.
And I do have to say, this is one that I do pull out like around this time of year. You can totally wear it year round, but I'm saying I do have to say this one it might be because I got my bottle
Yeah.
during this kind of cooler months, and I was just like, oh, it
Yeah.
smells
This
like
one,
when it hits the cold air, it's so
it's
amazing.
so good. This one to me is completely year round. Like this is very signature scent worthy.
Yes,
Very. Like
yes,
if you
yes,
don't want a big collection, you want just a couple of perfumes that you know are going to smell absolutely amazing. This is very worthy to be one of those, in my
yes,
opinion.
yeah. Oh, so we were both like, neither one of us were gonna give it up. We were like, no, it's on our both of us.
No, yeah. I was like, we're just gonna have to share because I'm not taking it off, and I know you're not taking it off. Do you have any left?
I think I have one. Do
I do
you?
too. Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
good. Okay. Well, you go.
Okay. I don't want this to end.
I know. I was like,
Okay. This is another sample. And it's not one I have ordered yet, but it is very worthy of putting it in this video because it was an instant love for me. And I'm very, very mad that I did not take advantage of this during the Black Friday sales. Don't ask me why. Probably because I bought too many other perfumes. But this is from Ramon Monagal. I think that's how you pronounce it.
okay, wait, this is, go ahead.
So I took it out. It came in a dabber, and I hate dabbers like with a passion.
Yes, I know.
I do not like it. So I put it in my own little spray bottle. But you can see the juice is like, it's dark. Okay, it's red, orangey red.
I kind of like it already.
Oh my goodness, this is a sweet, fruity, fresh patchouli.
Ooh.
And somebody mentioned, I kept thinking to myself, okay, I'm looking at the notes. I'm smelling something in this and I can't decide what it is. I can't tell what it is from the notes. What could it be? Oh my goodness. I looked at a review and they said, I'm smelling watermelon. And I'm like, ding dong, that's it. Like watermelon. I smell watermelon in this. It is a fruity watermelon, fresh, elegant. I wrote elegant and powerful patchouli. And that's what it is.
Is this the one that you said I need to get?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was like, the watermelon note was I have to, that one.
And that's not even a note. I don't even know where that comes from. But it's that I get that. And he, I think it was he that wrote the review. He got it too. And I'm like, when I saw that, it instantly clicked. I'm like, that is what I've been looking for and trying to establish. That's what I'm smelling, but I couldn't figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
And he figured it out for me. And it's definitely like hit the nail on the head because that's what I smell. This is the fruitiest, freshest one. Like it's not a dirty patchouli, and to my nose, it's not super earthy. It's a little more on the sweet side, but it's not chocolate cake sweet. It's a fresh patchouli. It's one of those. It's like
that's
that.
why you're like, I've been digging on that.
Yes,
so
I really think you'll. I mean, maybe just because I love it so much. I love the bottles. I've tried samples from other, like the Iris, Impossible Iris. I really like.
What's the name on that one?
Oh, sorry, Mon Patchouli, MON, and then Patchouli with a Y.
And the it's in the, you know what, we'll put in the notes because she's like, what's the watermelon one? Mon
Patchouli. Yeah. And it's from Ramon Monagal. It's listed on my video section.
Yes.
I think it's Impossible Iris that I have also smelled from his line, and it's really pretty. And I love the bottles. They're very simple, but they're kind of like a rounded top.
So pretty. They're very so pretty. Yeah.
And so this is one that I will be getting a full size of, like no questions asked.
It's so like good. My notes are the patchouli, your number one, the Krigler one.
I know. Now I've got that. I got to go get Bottega Veneta, but whatever that one is, I've said it millions of times.
Oh yeah, you know what? I know that's not that you need me more, but that's sort of a no-brainer. I know you'll like that one.
I'm so excited. Okay, what's your last one?
Okay, this one is, I'm a huge fan of Commodity.
Yes.
And I really think I love so many, like honestly, I've tried all their perfumes and there's not one that I don't really like, but this Velvet Plus, so it's in the bold expression. So within their brand of fragrances, they have personal, for those of you that you want to just have an intimate smell. Then they have the balanced one, which is the expressive, and then they have the bold version
Bold. Yeah.
of the scent. So this one, like velvet, like that crushed red velvet, this is going to be a beautiful vanilla rose amber scent. But in the velvet version, this is where I think you might end up liking this one, is that it's got, it has roasted almond note in here. So that's why I was like, this is a little bit more rosy. So just for somebody who likes kind of those richer, jammier roses.
Now I do like the rose like in Oud Satin Mood.
I think that's what I'm saying.
Is that kind of like that one?
Have that, yes, because you know how my eyeballs just kind of rolled back.
Yeah.
Because I almost did the Oud Satin Mood because I was like, there's a touch of vanilla. I mean, a touch of patchouli. But in here, it amps up with patchouli and the bold version. And then it also, the reason I know you're going to like this one is it has a little bit of smokiness. It gives me vibes of By the Fireplace.
Yes. Yeah.
But it is going to have a little bit more of a jammy. Can you tell that my dog is telling us?
He's like, you've hit the hour mark.
I know, I'm laughing. I was like, can everybody hear this? But anyways, this one is so good. Velvet hairs. Okay, I love. So sorry, I was trying to get rid of our dating industry. But anyways, I love this one. It's so good. If we were together, I feel like this would be one that you'd want to try out because it's got that Oud Satin Mood meets By the Fireplace.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good.
And it's really, that's a good description of it, but it's so good. And the price point on the commodities I find
they are very, they just had a really good Black Friday sale too.
Yeah, I wonder if it's still going on because they had
some of them have been extended, so it's worth looking into because they were like 30 to some of their stuff was like 50% off.
Oh, and their candles are amazing. They launched candles, the milk candle. If you guys like,
I love milk. See, that's the one I want a full bottle of.
Okay, but now they have the milk candle.
Okay.
And your whole house can smell that creamy marshmallow toast.
Yum. And someone posted that For Your Love by Mise en Cire is a good. I love For Your Love. I just got Trey Sherry. That was my latest Mise en Cire addition to my collection. I have that and the Poudre d'Or, but I do love For Your Love as well.
Okay, so wait, what did you put on today? Because I was saying, we were talking earlier. What was the one you were wearing?
The Jack and the Devil was my scent. Oh, good. Yeah.
And I did my La 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 Bella. I love this so much. You know how you forget about things because I went through a phase of wearing this like nonstop.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, oh yeah, I still love that. So
I love when you fall back in love with something because you feel like you just bought a new perfume. And it's something that you've already had, and I really need to do that.
If you were going to pick one for me at the end of this, which is it?
Mon Patchouli.
She's my enabler too here.
Either Mon Patchouli or Amber Kandahar. One of those two.
Okay, and
you're gonna love.
Okay, good. Oh, you guys, we did it. I think we tried to keep it. Hey, look at we're even like.
I know it's only an hour and 3 minutes. Are we going to talk about what we're doing next time? Are we going to tease it?
We're going to tease it. So So you guys, we've been doing series of notes. Sorry, can you hear the background in here? Will you tease it while I get them out of the
Okay, so we have been up to now. We've been doing notes. And we're not going to stop doing that, but we're going to take a little bit of a break and do a theme next month instead of an actual note. And it is going to be our most complimented perfumes. Now, I know that Abby said all of these could fall under that category, but there are many more in both of our collections that we get a ton of compliments are. So it's not on. So it's not going to be a repeat of all of these. No. Don't worry about that. It's not going to be another patchouli video because everybody compliments us on patchouli. But I know for me personally, I wear perfume for me. I have said that before. If Chad doesn't like it, well, sorry for your luck, right? Like, I know that sounds horrible, but like, I try if we're going on a date or something, I will wear something that I know he likes. But I also really love, and I think everybody can say they really like someone stopping you and being like, "Oh my goodness, what are you wearing?" Like
well,
that, it feels good to know that someone else feels the same way about a scent that you do. So we both have lots of scents that
well,
fall under that category, and so that is going to be our topic for
and I love it
December.
because I'm a hugger and I miss,
Hmm.
but that's what I was like Velvet Haze. This was the one,
Yes.
like, where I would see clients give them a hug. I'd be like, oh my gosh, you smell so amazing. Like someone rushed out and bought it right after
Yeah.
class or
And
whatever.
not even like a hug. Like one of my favorite memories of perfume at all time is when the male cashier at Target followed me over 5 lanes to ask me what I was wearing. Like,
No,
so that perfume will be in that video as well.
yes.
Like,
And that was again this portrait of a lady hair mist. I swear to gosh, that was like that. But so yes, it's not going to be that, but we do personally think that yes, this way people say, "Oh, I hate patchouli," or "I don't want that," and I was like, I swear those are the ones that there's always a touch of that in there. So, whoa, I feel like,
yay.
ooh, okay, I love this. Lola, this is so good. You guys, we also love hearing from you guys
Oh
'cause
my goodness. Yes. Y'all are my enablers.
I know.
100%.
As I'm saying, I was literally like taking notes down over here.
Yes.
But I feel like that's going to be super fun. And then and you can also let us, because I think someone last time had said elegant
Yep.
perfumes.
Yep. So if
Um,
you have like a suggestion, or if you're like, oh, I
yeah,
want this note or I want this theme, definitely let us know, because we're not stopping this anytime soon. We
no,
have a lot of fun doing this, even if only like 2 people show up. Like we like just having an excuse to get on face to face and talk about perfume. So
yeah. We
like,
like to get together anyway. So,
yes,
so we're like, even if it's just us, we're gonna have fun.
we're gonna
So
have fun. So we're
yeah,
not stopping this anytime soon. We've got lots and lots of options for notes and themes. So let us know what you want to see.
yes.
And
Oh,
I'm so
happy.
glad all of y'all came. I'm sorry that I wasn't able. I am on my phone on these videos, and
Oh,
because it's easiest for me to use my light that way, so I have to physically touch my phone to look at comments. So if you commented and specifically said my name, I'm sorry for not responding, but I will go back and look at all these. And Abby's
I
kind of
was
my
trying.
comment mediator.
Um, I was trying to let you know.
Yes.
I'm trying to let you know if we missed anything. But you guys, and I
Yay.
love meeting you guys so much. So thank you so much
Thank
for a
y'all so much.
wonderful evening, and we will see you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Just let me get something's frozen. Hold on just a minute.
If it's going to happen to somebody, it's going to happen to us.
I know. Hold on just a minute. It's like frozen all of a sudden. Oh, okay. Hold on, honey. It's like the between the
Are we going to be
dots.
live for the rest of the night?
I know. I feel like it. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. Hold on. It's ending. Here we go. Here we go. Now we got